Joining me now on Your Sport Swindon is Matt Hirst, Chairman of Shrivenham Football Club. Matt, thanks for joining us. Fantastic season last season. Talk us through your kind of emotions and your analysis of what happened last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, as you well know, we made some changes early on. I think it was middle of September time. Changed it up, got Gareth and the team in. And you could see that straight away that it was looking like a good decision. Played some great football, started to create an identity which I was really pleased about. We then sort of hit that classic sort of transition point after about 2.5 months, where players were wondering quite what was going on, and new players coming in and this, that and the other. But you know what, everybody responded really well. The players that stayed responded well. We didn't lose many. Most of the boys dropped into the reserves and helped to strengthen there. So that was a bit of a worry, but we got through it. And then we just ploughed on this second half of the season, and fantastic run at the end there. 7 consecutive victories to put us in the in for a chance of going up, and then Leckham did us a favour at the end.
I was going to come on to that. I mean, a nail-biting finish. I don't know whether any of you guys actually went down to that game or not. I know Gareth was playing in the Legends game at the district, and I said to him, you're not tempted. He said, I'm just going to look in at the final result, and he was a bit nervous on that day. So, I mean, a result you didn't expect, but yeah, you got it in the end.
Absolutely. I mean, I in fact was I was fishing actually. I was out for a week fishing, sat on a lake, and so we all had the phones trying to find out what was going on, and it was really exciting. We decided to, I think, collectively to stay away because I don't know, it just felt we weren't sure which way it was going to go, and I'll be honest, I fully expected, even though Leckham were a great team, I fully expected Easington to go and finish the job. And I was just amazed to see the way the goals went. I spoke to some guys over at Leckham, and apparently they saved their absolute best performance to the last, so they really did us a favour.
They've done you a massive favour. Should it have been a little bit easier than that? Do you think you should have crept into that runners-up spot a little bit more comfortably in the end?
Yeah, there was and I think we spoke around Christmas, just after Christmas, and I said I couldn't see us losing a game, but there was still big games to play. I mean, the important points, we took 3 points against Siren at their place. But yeah, we dropped points out here at Ardley, which we hoped we were going to go and win. Easington, 2 draws there. I mean, the avoidable ones, obviously, where I said we had a bit of a blip, was Northby at home and Woodstock away. We got battered over there, 5-0. So, it's easy to look back and say you can see where the points were dropped, and also, but then of course you can see where we won points, where we did really well to win points. So I knew it was going to be tight, and as I said, I hoped we'd go up. I knew it was going to be tight, and yeah, we got what we deserved. And what that means for us as a club is that we can carry on that progression. The catalyst continues. We've got a lot of enthusiasm around the club at the moment, so we've got a next chapter. We're not going to stagnate, too strong a word, but sometimes if you don't go up, there's a chance that you might lose your way a little bit. Things happen, season's a long time, players go, managers, so that's we can just keep going forward, really. That's what we want to do.
You touched on it at the start of the conversation we were just having about the decision you made in September to bring Gareth in. How big a decision was that, and how hard was that for you to make that decision?
Well, I think history shows that it was a great decision. It was a good decision. I was convinced it was something that we needed to do, but of course a really difficult decision, because of course Macca and Steve are both guys that I've known for a very long time, good friends of mine. But I had to do something for the club. I made sure that I collected enough opinions, and I spoke to some key players as well before I made that final decision. And I decided on the Sunday that I was going to do it. Typically we won against Headington amateurs. The Saturday before, great win, 3-1. Macca would have thought, that's maybe, because we weren't great really at the start of the season we weren't great at all. The pre-season was disappointing. But yeah, the decision was made. I'd spoken to Gareth on a few occasions. I couldn't believe no one else was talking to Gareth. I mean, that was the big thing. There was a time. It was time sensitive because I didn't want to miss out on, in my opinion, you know, the two best sort of managers at this level in the area, and we've got them over at Cribnham, so that's fantastic.
Yeah. Like you said, the decision paid off, and you're going up a level. So, what needs to be done now, both on and off the pitch? Obviously, on the pitch, you know, you've actually.
Well, this rain is great. We're loving the
absolutely
rain.
Dipping down at the moment, we're being drowned out by the rain. But yeah, give us an insight to the work of it starting out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us what you're both doing.
Well, actually, you know, it started sort of just after Christmas because we sat down and we had to be. We had to decide as a committee that there was a good enough chance of us going up, and it was there that we needed to make that decision, to make sure that I knew that I had the backing. That was really positive. So we started thinking about fundraising then, and started thinking about the things that we needed to do. Which, in fairness, there isn't, other than dollying the place up, you know, and the general maintenance. We've got posts to replace and whatever. We've done some pitch drainage which we needed to get some funding for, and that was a big job. That's done. So the grass thankfully is growing where we've been digging up the pitch. You know, it's just getting more organised, getting better sooner. And really, it will be a big challenge for us next season. But from what we've seen this season, with the generated interest of the club and the enthusiasm around the place, I don't see it being a problem. We're financially, we're in a really strong position, probably the best we've been for quite some time, and we are making money, which you know, without sponsorship. And then if you bolt on the sponsorship work that we'll try and do as well, I'm absolutely confident that we'll thrive in the Prem next season and onwards. I really do. It feels like that. We've got to get some new players in. I think it's obvious, and you know, Gareth will tell you all about that. But yeah, you know, looking forward to getting going, really, mate. You know, as is most. I've not lost any committee members. We're looking to maybe a couple of guys that are looking interested to getting in. But we're in a nice situation where we don't just have to get bodies in, we can get good bodies in, you know? People that really bring something to the party. So yeah, really happy.
Presumably Gareth will be looking to retain the majority of last season's squad, who obviously did the job last year, and like you touched on there's going to be some money available to bring in some new players, which will be needed to presumably do the job, which is to stay in the division first and foremost.
Well, yeah, I mean, I need to speak to Gareth about all of that. I'll let him sort of, you know, put in there. I would assume so. You know, we are actually going to need to make things available for him.
So yeah, fantastic. Well, delighted to hear the way it finished last season, and the rain's good now. Let's hope it stays away in August. We don't want it to be good.
Yeah. Let's hope we don't get too much, because
but no, it's a good test of the new drainage system. So we'll see how that works tonight. So congratulations on last season. You know, best of luck for the forthcoming season. We'll touch base before then, I'm sure. But
absolutely we will.
Thank you very much. Cheers, buddy.